You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
All right, so what's up? This is your girl, Draya Ivy, and this is Ivy Talks episode number 32. I'm here alongside my co-host for the evening, my usual and most loved co-host, Mr. Hollow Rock, is unable to join us this evening.
Miss you, bro.
Due to a prior engagement. However, we miss you. We miss you, Lex. I know that I'm Mr. J Nice over here.
That's good.
Another episode we here.
And then, of course, we have a lovely guest and the co-host / interviewee for the evening, Mr. Wayne. Should I address you as Mr. Wayne?
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams or Wayne? Come on, which one?
Well, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams. All right, you want me to be formal tonight? Okay. I got that. Blue Light Gray, how you doing? What's good?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on.
All right, great. All right, so Blue Light Gray, how you doing?
Fantastic. It's a glorious evening. We'll see how it goes.
32?
Yeah, play it by ear.
All right, so shout out to Music Media Lounge. We're live here with Mr. Williams is also a fellow home team.
Yeah.
It's home studio.
Home studio, Music Media Lounge.
Home team.
And, of course, I want to give a shout out to my peoples out in London, the iLive UK. Make sure you listen to us on Spotify and live on iLiveRadio.com every Monday at 10 p.m. But that's Greenwich Mean Time, which is like 10 London time. So, which is 5 hours ahead of Eastern time, guys. It's not that hard. So, how's everyone doing this evening?
Fantastic.
Good. Glad to be here.
Good. Glad to be here.
Appreciate it.
All right. What else, Jay? Tell me how you doing, man.
Good, Jay.
He said
Jay go way back.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That nigga's a man out in South Beach. You know what I'm saying?
Who was in that?
Jay. Hell yeah. We was working at the call center together back in the day, like way back.
Okay.
Man, way back. Hell yeah.
So I guess you guys have crazy South Beach stories.
Nah, I wish I was there. That's like when MySpace was popular. Was it MySpace?
Yeah, when MySpace was
that was
popular.
MySpace. Yeah,
Holy
you got pictures
shit.
of Khaled, Wayne. I'm
That was
like,
like
what's it?
5-ish. Like 5-ish.
Good time. Really definitely good time.
Hey.
Okay.
When you go with
People
home,
the same always.
Yeah,
a little more like.
clubbing was a little different back in those years too. I think. I think now, clubbing is more like table service, bottle. What chick are you with?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's bringing more fireworks to the table? There's no dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like when back in those days that y'all were talking, like when I used to go heavy back then too. All the lush spots on South Beach, all the dope spots, every party, you know what I'm saying? Like we did all that. And eventually we grew out of it. But it's a good time. It's definitely a good time. South Beach is, I think Miami as a whole, it's just a very different kind of city. You know what I'm saying? I've traveled quite a bit and I haven't really, I guess New York would be like the rival. And London too.
I ain't already too much in New York. I'm so legit.
How
I left New
native
York.
of New York? Tell all this.
Queens all day, 718. You know what I'm saying?
Queens all day, 718.
You already know. I left when I was young. I left like around 17.
Okay.
So I didn't really get to see like the party. Like I went back one time and like clubs like in the basements and shit.
But in New York, it's a little different ballgame. You can't even get in the club even if you want to. The shoes is wrong, the shirt is wrong, the fitted.
Really?
Yeah, New York. Yeah, but you left, like you said, you left when you were young. But no, New York is Miami wasn't that. Nah, I don't think so.
Now, New York,
is tough.
I feel New York clubbing. New York clubbing is more
tough.
judgmental. I think, like more exclusive. Yeah,
you can't come in here because you have that on there. Your shoes don't look right.
Yeah, South Beach, you gotta have the loafers and shit. But no, but I'm talking about, I've never seen on South Beach, like, as long as you waited and then you get to the door, you getting in. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
I know hard rock.
If they say that, if they say
story.
No, but I'm saying I've never seen, but I've seen but I'm talking about like I just never experienced that. I've never experienced a time when I was like, okay, I've never seen somebody just get there and then they're like, give them the card to show how old they are, and then the people are just like, God, you just
you standing on the other side of the road.
Yeah,
it's like
they just bypass you.
They're just looking around you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, but in New York, New York, I've seen that more where they just like, nah, you act. New York, I've seen it more where,
the door guy's gonna clown you more.
Yeah, he's like, nah, B. Yeah, he's like, this is what we doing. You got the boots, you got the boot cuts on. Nah, you gotta.
They'll tell you.
You gotta go.
You can't get in here.
Yeah, we're not doing that today.
We're not doing that. Hey.
We're not doing eyebrows today. You gotta go.
Get your man's on.
Oh my God.
Sure that down in the hard rock.
Yeah.
Oh, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino for the listeners.
Anybody been to a new club at the Hard Rock? They got a new club.
Let's let the listeners know a little bit about the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock is is it the biggest casino out here?
Yeah, it's the biggest casino here, yeah.
I mean, in terms of land and property.
Nah, it's the most popular. Yeah, it's the most popular, hands down.
So the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino is the largest casino down here in South Florida. And the Seminole Indian tribe owns them, amongst other casinos throughout the state and actually other cities. So it's kind of what I'm getting at. But what were you saying about them? They're tight. They are. Yeah. Back in the day, we talking about like Passions days.
But yes.
Okay. All right. Passions used to be a club at the Hard Rock. Yeah. I have never heard anything about that new club at the Hard Rock. There's a new club. There's an underground club. So they ain't closed the entire outside. And then there's like two underground clubs or something.
I don't really know that. More like lounge, comedy show.
I was just explaining the main difference. I mean, Jay, you see it.
Well,
going out. Like,
Lex said, anybody going live?
All right. I'll go live.
You just asked.
All right, so. All right, so Jay, being somebody that you've been in the scene for a long time, you don't see a difference in how people club now versus, before. Like, right now, what I was talking about.
Yeah, now
it's social media now.
Now it's a money thing. Status thing. It's a
social media thing. It's to take a picture, record the video that I'm here. Or or I'm right by the stage and, whoever's behind me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas back before, like, when I was clubbing, like, I was going out with celebrities and I was doing all that. I mean, granted, I'm a woman, so it's different.
Yes.
I was definitely like a groupie, guys. Don't get that impression. But, Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As a woman, it's different, you know what I mean? But as a woman, being it different. Actually, you know what? No, with that being said, I want to get into, let's start off with our topic of Will and Jada Smith Red Table Talk. Oh! The scandal. The scandal behind the Red Table Talk.
I like what they did, though.
All right. So first of all, let's talk. All right. So last week we actually spoke on this. August Alsina came out with a briefly to overview for the whoever. August Alsina did an interview with Angela Yee. He revealed several details. Snitching, yes, he did. Album drop it, roll up. Anyways. So, he basically went on this interview and he pretty much outed the relationship that he had with Jada and went as far as to say that he had a conversation with Will Smith and Will Smith said, hey, you have my full consent. You have my full approval in terms of that. Now, then a couple of days go by and Jada Smith, Jada goes on. I'm sure, I had to have seen it.
Yeah, I read it.
Y'all seen it?
Yeah.
All right, Jay. You saw that?
Yeah.
All right. So react. What do we think?
I thought it was good.
All right.
I like the fact that she was being transparent. You see what I'm saying? Like, she kept it real, and in the end, when they spoke about, hey, we ride together, we die together, bad marriage, like I was listening to the Breakfast Club and Sean Dane trying to get on them saying they're promoting toxicity. I don't necessarily think that's what they're doing. I think what they're doing is basically saying, hey, nothing's perfect.
Right.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they're normal people, even though they got their brand, they got their celebrity status. They're regular people, and people go through shit. And they said they were separated.
Exactly.
You got a little
He was playing. He was playing on the. They were playing on the Bad Boys for Life. That's the plug for the Bad Boys for Life. And so that I don't think there was nothing wrong with that. It was just meant to be a joke. Like I think they just we ride together, we die together. That should have been taken more than the bad marriage for life bullshit. I think that was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it might have just been like a quick corny line that they gave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was definitely a discussion that they had prior.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my opinion last, but
all right.
This was pre-game.
Yeah, I feel like
well, of course
they are a brand.
Yeah. They had a.
They are Beyonce and Jay.
This is not a new.
I wasn't on freestyle.
Yeah, this is not a new discussion. Like people were acting like this is the first discussion they had. Like nobody goes through like a situation where this becomes public, and then instead of talking about it there, where y'all might have a blatant argument, you're gonna go, "Hey, now wait till Tuesday so that we can have a public comment." No, because that's not how a real relationship works, whether you're together or not. However you play it, you know, it happened in private, and then you call it a day. Like it's very stupid to think that that's how it played out in public. Like it's not televised the first round, and y'all not summing it up in 13 minutes or some shit like that.
I think that was more like
it was a PR move.
In my opinion,
yeah, it's a PR move. You had to.
I have my reasons.
First of all, you had to address it. You understand? And at first, they put out the public statement that the publicist said, it's not true, because you have to. You have to play the waters. But once niggas started coming with too many photos, and then it was this, and then it's that. You looking. It's looking too crazy to where it's looking too crazy. Yeah.
And his homeboy, that somehow.
So it's like you gotta basically do damage control and go, okay, well, who can take this hit and at least affect the brand? You understand? Correct. Jada taking this hit is rightfully placed because you can't fuck up Will's bag.
Exactly. Right.
You understand? Will is for all intents and purposes squeaky clean publicly. You understand? Like, yeah, so publicly there's never been a scandal with him. You don't see him out. You don't see him in the club walking out with no bitch drunk. You don't see him walking out with no nigga drunk.
Well, he knows the game.
No, but I'm saying because of the fact that is such a well-protected brand, Jada had to take that. Jada is already besides the red. Yeah, besides the red table, besides that red table, Jada don't have nothing else. She has nothing else going on besides that red table talk shit. Will has a YouTube that he runs. Will has a brand that he runs. Nigga got a TikTok that he runs. Will has a Twitter. Will has a Instagram.
Will is I Am Legend.
Yeah, no, but Will Smith right now. Will Smith right now is a multimedia brand. Like Will Smith, not even him playing a character, not anything. The shit that he does on YouTube, the shit that he does on anything, is all just him. Yeah, just him being him, just chilling at the house, talking. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't fuck that up. So
do you believe his facial expressions that he had?
When I give my opinion, y'all want my opinion?
All right. So I believe.
Yeah,
first,
yes, absolutely.
But then I was like, Will's a good actor.
Yeah,
Will is a good actor. You gotta give that to him. You're right.
Nah, but
come on, you already knew she was getting smashed.
What I got from that little 12 minutes was. So he was smashing a little bit. That's what he was doing. Nah, I'm saying, but August and Will on the scale. That's what you was doing.
That's how it be. A lot of niggas don't realize that. It be the nigga that you least expect. But I be like, that nigga?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, I think he was taking a stroke at his ego, bro.
Yeah,
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally. He was stroking that ego
right.
extensively, B. Nah, but I just feel like you gotta nip it in the bud because the shit that they really do and how they really live is way crazier than that.
Of course.
You can't have that come out. Like, this shit gotta begin and end with August and call it a day. Even if y'all look crazy, however Will look, as long as Will looks like the cheated on nigga, that's fine. You understand?
That was one of the.
As long as Will looks like the cheated on nigga, then it looks fine.
Yeah.
If Will looks like, hey, this is just how we live, and then the fact that Will be fucking other niggas and doing the most, like,
I mean, allegedly.
not allegedly. There's niggas that's that nigga, that other dude, Dwayne, whatever. Yeah, Dwayne, whatever.
No, I've heard
that dude is blatantly like, nigga, we've been together for a minute. We've been together as long as you've been. Yeah. No. Dwayne, Tisha Campbell's husband. Yeah, above the rim dude. Him, he said he's blatantly been like, yo, listen, me and Will been together as long as you and Will been together. You know what I'm saying? So
that's my nigga.
Yeah, so if that's the, as long as shit like that doesn't come public, it's a gold move. Like Will becoming a meme is the best thing they could do because by all means that shit comes and goes. Tory Lanez getting arrested, that shit already overshadowing the red table shit. No, I'm just saying. that is already overshadowing what's going on. Segue game. Her segue game is strong, but I feel like it's but it's not. I feel like it was handled. It was handled well, and they stifled it in the right way. You put the blame on her, she eats it because her talking about it is going to get more people watching the red table talk.
She's so
and him just dealing with it and then keep it pushing is only going to be
extra sad.
At the end of the day, when you've been with somebody for 25 years, you done dealt with plenty of separations. You done dealt with cheating. You done dealt with this. There's motherfucker.
So you don't believe that they were separated because they said they were separated?
I believe that they openly. I believe that they openly they swing. They openly swing. So I just believe that she was like, due to the fact that Will was dealing. It's not like he just fucking random people. He was dealing with that dude for how many years? I don't doubt that she got her niggas she was dealing with. These are my nigga for 2 years. This is my nigga for a year and a half. It's my nigga for 3 years.
It all seem real hurt.
But that's what happens. That's what happens.
Who gonna lie?
Man,
that's what happens when you take. That's what happens when you take a situation in which you deal with a older woman, and then you have a much younger dude. When you have an older woman, she already been through it. She just dealing with hey, listen, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna show you the ropes.
It's Jada Smith. She's fine.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I don't care how fine the face is. The rest of that be looking. That skin, 50-year-old skin is 50-year-old skin.
Nah, that's not necessarily.
I mean, no, she's had work done, but she's still fly though.
50 though.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad 50. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's a bad.
I don't see some 20-year-olds that was.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's a bad 50. But I'm saying it's still 50.
Do you think she lied to him though?
No, I feel like he read into the situation to where you got to understand that when you deal with somebody that comes from a damaged family situation, you understand?
Yeah.
No, but August.
Okay.
Yeah. If you bring somebody that comes, because I've dealt with it. I've dealt with it where you got to understand that you deal with somebody that comes from a damaged family situation, and then they start dealing with you, and then they see your family dynamic, and you mad close with your family. They love y'all. They did. You want that, B. You want it, and they strive for it. They want to be around it all the time.
Yeah.
You understand? So imagine him being embraced like, damn, dog, y'all niggas really, y'all here for each other. Yeah, no matter what shit he never had. You know what I'm saying? On top of the fact that he tearing that ass up on the regular. You know what I'm saying? So when you have that and then somebody just go, all right, that's done. And then they just ghost you, and now they not talking to you, they not picking up. Now the kids done ghosted you. Now Will not hitting you back. Now nobody, nigga, you be like, damn, now you back in the, yeah. So now mentally you in that space like, damn, all that, and then y'all ain't no better than the niggas that's been tricked. Y'all know better than the niggas that's been fucking me over my whole life, and I thought y'all was different. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit hits harder than just, hey, we not fucking no more. Yeah. He don't have none of that shit that he relied on. That nigga was probably looking forward to them Tuesday dinners, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit be having a nigga when you don't have that family. You start feeling embraced. You start feeling loved, and all of a sudden niggas just flip the switch on your ass. That shit hurts, dog. So I don't doubt he was hurting as a 22. What's the nigga, 22 or something?
He was 20. I think
he was like 21. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. But this was like 4 years ago, so he's like 23. As a 23-year-old nigga to just get cut off like that, and then also you done dealt with mad shit mentally. You can't, dog. That shit ain't easy, dog. It ain't easy to just.
And this was you chilling with
Jada. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you ain't just chilling. You ain't just chilling with a regular family. This the family that a Tuesday dinner. These niggas fly to Paris. These niggas fly to Paris just to eat and then come back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this the family that just take the private jet to, you know what? Let's fly to New York to this restaurant.
They just go anywhere.
Let's hit up some. You're like, you want some Mr. Chow's? Let's go. Yeah.
I get an entanglement with Jada.
Yo, whatever. I'm telling you, whatever Jada got in that box, boy, you got niggas acting different.
This story, I'm like, yo, I'm talking about the chick that Tupac was.
Yeah, in fact.
No. Wait. The Tupac, the girl that Tupac wrote many poems about, man. Like he has poems. He has a long poem. They were best friends. They were best friends in high school. They were best friends.
They say he did it.
Man,
They say but they say the same thing with They say the same thing with Left Eye.
Yeah,
he's
true.
Left Eye?
Huh? Yeah,
they say he did, but because at that time that was that Andre Rison time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Left
Eye was better than Jada though.
Left Eye is better than Jada.
Would she have been better now? I don't know. Jada's a crispy 50, dog. There's not too many.
TLC would have probably still been touring.
Yeah,
exactly.
Got a couple more out.
They all look good still,
exactly,
though.
They all look good.
Chili still look good.
Chili still look good.
Everybody's still hanging in there.
Yeah. All right, so I'm sorry, right? No, I was just gonna say. All right, so now that y'all gentlemen give y'all feedback on the whole thing, my opinion is this. All right, so number one, I want to put out there that regardless of what the situation was, or who may have gotten played or whatever it was, I do not believe that August Alsina should have gone on any platform and spoken about his private dealings with them. Now, I'm saying that for more than one reason. Now, outside of maybe, even if Jada was like, yo, nigga, do not call me after today, it's done. You know what I mean? And he never heard from her. No matter what the vicious type of heartbreak it might have been, you still don't do that, because if these people maybe did help you, I mean, I'm trying to kind of be funny at the same time, like, because I believe it was there is a thin line between being taken advantage of, and I think to some degree he was, but not 100%. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you're still in your 20s, whether it be you're 22 or 23. But not only are you that age, you're an R&B singer. Now, granted, you didn't really have a crazy more than one single, and I'm not saying it's this, but you got groupies. And if your single made it to a label or to a radio station, chances are you may have already had a follow. Which means that I'm assuming you may have dealt with several women. Correct. So you're not going to tell me that you're that naive just because you may have a mental. I mean, and I don't mean to sound harsh in this, but I'm just saying, like, as somebody who has had my own issues, it's come on. You know what I mean? You see how Jada speaks? Like, do you see how Jada speaks?
Yeah.
You see who her husband is? They're educated people. they're not just gonna let anybody in their house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not just gonna let anybody around their kids.
Yeah.
So that must say something about August Alsina. And even when he's on the interview, he articulates it well. But I just do not agree with what he did.
And Jada heard that August is sending these chicks to the hospital.
That's it.
I mean,
She wanted a piece of that. Yo, they had
this is what
they had
you know
one.
about women. This is what, and this is where I need to be a woman on that one. She said she find plenty of dudes who know how to lay the pipe.
Nah, this is.
Come on, man.
Nah, they go.
I think it was.
Yo, they had.
Yeah, he's not the best looking dude.
They had a shit that was like, this is the definition of entanglement, and then it's just showing a picture of this nigga. He took a picture of it in his boxers and shit. Yeah, this nigga hanging out the boxers. That nigga was August Alsina. He put L's in the hospital for real. Jada been walking different since
No, I think it was a mental thing though.
I mean, it could have been a mental thing. It could have been.
But she said
it could have been something different.
She said that she gets off by helping people.
All right, let me finish. All right, so
But she probably heard him when they see help with him.
Yeah,
yeah,
facts.
of course she did. The way he's acting, but so like I said, I don't agree with him going on the platform and divulging their intimate details.
Facts.
Now, bounce back to the red table talk. I believe in the entire thing. Will Smith's face said so much. And regardless of whether or not they had an open relationship, had an agreement where, you know what? Bring 5 of your people through. I'm going to bring 5 of my people through every week. That's what we do. Regardless, because I've seen marriages and couples who actually function this way and they stay together. If it works for you, it works for you. So I think Will Smith has done an amazing job at in how many decades of maintaining his name out of like a negative spotlight, out of like controversy, out of scandal. You know what I mean? Like the most scandalous thing may have been like, he didn't marry his first son. I think he actually was married to her.
Yeah,
I think he actually did marry her. So his first son's mom, and the way he spoke about, the next time I get in with someone, I really want to, you know what I mean? But whatever unconventional relationship they may have, if it works for them, it works for them. Now, in terms of the actual red table talk, I don't really believe that. I believe Jada was a little vague in the sense of the word she was choosing to use. When she said the word entanglement, I know everybody keeps stressing that word, but when you look up the actual dictionary meaning, which I'll do exactly, it makes sense for the actual situation.
It does.
And I think that Will Smith is more hurt on a pride level, on an ego level, on I'm worth half a bill maybe, if not more, and you rock with some dude who couldn't get past his first single.
Correct.
In the actual interview, he said it without saying it.
Yeah.
He was like, but when he first came in our house, it was under the pretense that we were helping him.
He was really sick.
Not for you to be fucking him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, well, he was doing this or he was doing that. He was very sick. But at the end of the day, I just think I like the, on a positive note, I like the transparency of what they did. I think it was definitely a PR cleanup.
Correct.
Because Will Smith had to put himself in some kind of light to respond to everything that was going to be said. They're going to keep making their money and they're going to stay together. Why are they going to stay together? Because they're a brand. They have 2 kids who are artistically and already involved in the music industries and other industries. So them breaking up is not in the benefit of anybody.
No, but you blatantly see they have an understanding.
They have an understanding.
And that's it.
And that's one of the things, I agree. I have never met, for instance, I've never met a couple that has been together for, say, over 10 years, and there has not been any major, separation or major, transgression or something that happened that was so catastrophic, but maybe they, they found their way back together. Yeah. So, when
that's a real relationship.
That's a real relationship, and I think, but the thing is that people, they don't understand that. They think that marriage or even companionship, even if you just live with somebody and you choose whether or not you do or you do or don't have kids. My thing is, if you share this space with someone and you share this intimate environment with this person, You know, like, it's not going to be all peachy. You know, there's going to be days that they're having bad days and they may lash out at you and vice versa. There's going to be things that they do that you don't like. There's going to be times where you may feel like you're bored with them. I mean, there's so many things that can happen. So, I mean, you're going to go through it. Someone's going to mess up. And you know what? It's up to, that's where you come. And I believe it's so honest to be honest. Like, I believe it's so important to be honest because the transparency helps feel less disrespected. I feel like when somebody finds out that they got cheated on, or maybe in their open relationship, perhaps this relationship where I guess I've seen them, diverted from their actual boundaries, and so I think Will Smith is legitimately pissed about it. But I just saw that in his face. I just think he's pissed because of the fact that on some shit like I control my hoes, but you can't control this nigga. You know what like I'm being like you can
that's real though.
You can't control this nigga, but I control all my hoes.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Will Smith.
Yeah.
I have a more successful career than you.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you know what I'm saying? You making me look bad out here?
Yeah.
You know, so that's where I would feel that way.
No, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like, do whatever you want to do, but do not do that in public and do not shame me. Now you're putting respect on the line, and that damages a relationship, honestly, more than a lot.
Correct.
You know, I kind of want to get into the topic of open marriage. You know what I mean? Like, what do y'all think about the premise of an open marriage? Because do you think that it eventually reaches points like this, where the set rules that are so-called in place are a little blurred?
You want me to give my honest opinion?
Yes, of course. Always honest.
I ain't really rocking with no open marriage in regards to like how they get down.
Okay.
Women being with another man and things like that. I think this whole mindset of like women wanting to be with different men, that comes from more of a Western type of process where they make the woman be in competition with the man. You feel what I'm saying?
That is something I've noticed. Okay.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? But me, I feel like a man was created to have multiple women. I don't feel like that's something that a woman necessarily should be doing. Now, can she do it? Of course, she can do whatever the hell she wants.
Right.
But was she created to do that? No, I don't believe that's the case. You see what I'm saying?
Why do you not believe this again?
Well, I mean, if you just look at history, we've only been pushed into this mindset of monogamy because of colonialism. You see what I'm saying? Prior to...
You're talking about British colonialism here or in the world?
In the world.
The Spanish colonialism?
Correct.
Okay.
When the Europeans came...
The Europeans.
Correct. You see what I'm saying? Prior to that, in Africa, a man was allowed to have multiple women.
That still exists today.
Correct.
Right, and polygamy is actually legal in certain states. I don't really know which ones, but...
No, that's very true, but it's shunned upon. You see what I'm
It is
saying?
shunned upon.
If a man has more than one woman.
Because people say it's a double standard. You know, in the way it is, but I mean, to play devil's advocate, just real quickly, men and women are built differently. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And men can easier have sex with no emotion and no attachment or anything. Before
you have an emotion, just our emotion a little bit more balanced.
Yeah, because you're less emotional.
Correct.
So when you're less emotional and more logical, you don't identify what a woman necessarily goes through, because that's why I think a lot of men say women are crazy. They're crazy because, y'all don't understand that emotions will drive you to act crazy.
Oh, of course.
So because men are not as emotional and outright with it. And also I think society plays a part in that because, the whole machismo idea and next one.
Correct.
But, we're different. You know what I'm saying? We're real different.
And I think most men are not looking at it from the cultural standpoint. They're just looking at it from the sexual side. Like, I got two shorties, and I really smack. And that's not really what it's for. Okay. I see it more on nation building, more on the economic standpoint.
Okay.
Which is how it's really supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? Not necessarily like, okay, I'm gonna just have a bunch of 5 chicks here and smashing them. No, that's not what we're looking for.
Yeah, most of the time, even in other cultures, for them to have multiple wives, usually it's for a procreation standpoint. Like it's he has his wife, which is his main wife, and that woman has to be taken care of above any other woman that he has.
Right.
The other woman is just for the purpose of having multiple children, because in those cases you had to produce an heir, you had to produce a male, you had to produce. You understand? So there's certain people, especially if somebody has a higher rank in an area, they want that sperm to be produced multiple times over, and a woman can only be pregnant so many times and can only have so much children. Exactly.
I'm supposed to wait 9 months.
Exactly. Exactly. So when you could technically be trying and have 4 kids within the span of that time, you know, understand? So I mean, I don't
heard that concept where it takes a village.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you at work, kids
exactly.
School, your sister wife
is taking care of that.
Take care of the kids. She already got the clothes washed, homework done.
Yeah, she has.
You could actually have time to bond with your sister. You see what I'm saying? So.
And those are situations. Do I believe in an open marriage? No, because I don't believe marriage will be a thing moving forward. Like as generations pass, just because of how the mindset is now, especially with monogamy and how online has changed sexuality, period. You know what I'm saying?
Marriage is like will end?
I just believe that there was a time when marriage was a necessity in a household. Back then you had to, you understand, due to people's religious beliefs mixed with, okay, well, this is how we create a household. It was just looked at as an end game. You understand? As an end game for success. Like you needed to find a good job. You know, like even back then 50s, 60s, you needed to find a job, stick with that job. They would be the job for 30 years. You get married, you have some kids. You understand? These were all mindsets. I don't believe marriage will be a thing moving forward because of just how people live now.
Everybody messed up.
Everybody's so fucked.
Want a friend. They don't necessarily want
everybody's so fucked. So because
they just want certain things.
So because relationships don't last anymore, and due to the fact that most of the people look for their gratification online, you understand? They don't even look at it from their partner no more. You could be in the bed with somebody and
no, pause. Not everybody looks for gratification.
I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about a majority of people, and it only gets worse as time goes. You're speaking from a 30-year-old's mindset. You ain't speaking from an age.
Been the same way in my 20s.
Yeah, but you grew up in a different time.
True.
You're talking about kids that are
the cold time.
New
he
said,
cold.
you.
Are you single?
It's complicated out here. No, but you have to look at it. But you have to look at it from the standpoint that
good.
Hey, shout out regardless, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like, you have to look at it from the mindset of now these kids, it only gets worse with time, where relationships are less and less, and they're just more situations that just occur and then they don't occur. Yeah, it's more of those. It's more of those than anything. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
The value of the term "for the streets" is more popular than a successful relationship. You know what I'm saying? Relationship goals has far less posts than "for the streets." You understand? So if you're looking at this is just how they live and this is their mindset, it will only get worse because most of them don't. Let's keep it straight. Most of them don't. They aren't raised by parents that are together. You understand? It's only less.
Social media puts a huge damper on the way relationships are
exactly.
People don't want to go through the struggle. They think that a relationship is always just supposed to be the mushy gushy times. Not realizing that
there's hardship, there's stress, there's all types
commitment and things like that to get over the struggles that we actually are going to go through while we're in this relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's different. Yeah, so that's the problem. Due to the fact that people only post the positive, and especially the times in which the negative is posted is mainly women. You understand?
Right.
Mainly women posting the just when I thought niggas was they was the nigga for me, now he ain't shit. It's mainly a woman to go online and post about her problems. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, but listen, what I'm saying is these posts is not for all these posts of, hey, imagine you. He's like, don't post that cryptic message, sweetheart. Just go to sleep. That nigga ain't looking. Like all the shit where you see all the posts from these women of, I thought you was the one, but you let me down. All these song dedications of. So therefore, but then now you have 40 niggas in your inbox like, oh shit, trouble.
That is true.
Trust me.
It's trouble waters. You know what I'm saying?
Doing the most.
Yeah. So you gotta
1,000,000%.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that I'm talking about.
Ultimate Black Man said most people still want to be married, though. Most just qualified.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think you got.
I mean,
that's true.
I never really gave my opinion on that. I never gave my opinion.
But but in a situation where you got to understand that now once they see those posts, now that you got 40 dudes in your inbox that the niggas that's always good morning, sweetheart, you're the best. Keep the now they on the prowl of you deserve better than this. Hey, you and your man going through it. Let me fly you out. Bring you over here. Let's do this. It's constant situations where a relationship is being tempted on a daily basis as before. You could live your whole life. And then you go to work every day. All these motherfuckers did was go to work, come home, be with their family, and they wasn't out there. They wasn't out there in the streets wilding out like that. You didn't even have the time. You couldn't even come. Most of the time, all they had was the house phone, and the wife was at the house taking care of the kids, and the ass ain't go nowhere. Some of the times, wife didn't even leave the house besides to go to the fucking grocery store and come back. So, and even then, those situations, where the hell in her situation of being at the house all day is she going to come in contact with a nigga where she going to meet, have conversations with, bond, and then find somebody to be cheating with? You understand?
Social media.
Of course. Social media is a facilitator. Exactly.
It's not the reason.
I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is not to say that back then people weren't cheating. Niggas been cheating forever. Yeah. What I'm saying is the opportunity is far the opportunity is far simpler. You got dudes leaving their girls for girls that don't even live in the same state they live.
And they body not even.
Niggas is over here like, yo, I met a girl in Atlanta that's bad as shit. Right. We done. That shit is crazy. Right. There's girls leaving their dudes for niggas that don't even live in the United States. Right. Niggas is like, hey, come to Europe. I'll take care of you. I'll fly you out. All this bullshit. So these are opportunities that never would have occurred without social media. So you got to understand that. And the comparisons are different. Yeah.
So anyways, all right, so now it's time for my opinion on open marriages. So, all right, interesting. I believe that two people can unite, fall deeply in love, have the best chemistry, and they will still go through play. They will still go through problems, especially if they get married and start a family. You know, there's so many things that you have to overcome, so many things that you have to oversee and accept that may not go necessarily in harmony with everything you may have going on at the time. You know what I mean? The compromises that you have to make, the sacrifices that you have to make, the commitment that you have to make in the traditional wedding. Now, when you have an open wedding, when it comes to it just being more like sex, they have rules. You know what I'm saying? Like even swingers have rules. Like okay, you know you can't swing on this day, or you can only swing if I'm present and watching, or you can't do this and you can't do that, or I don't want you to mess around with this certain group of people. They have their rules. You know what I mean? But you know, if they had an open relationship, which in Hollywood that is it's commonplace. You know,
it is
the music industry is very commonplace. In the wealthy world, in a world where you're a multimillionaire and you have that much money, you're getting invited to the craziest parties.
Yeah.
Eyes wide shut type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they didn't make that movie because it was just like something thought.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, no, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that being said, I think open marriages work and they're okay if both people
On the same mindset.
are on the same mindset, same page, and incredibly honest with one another and transparent.
Yeah.
Like, if you cannot put up with that, don't sign yourself up for that.
Yeah.
But if you feel like, hey, you know, if you want to have a little rendezvous here and there, or maybe me or us together, or we go to the strip club, or we do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want to get into, that's cool, but as long as there's an open line of communication between you and your partner.
Correct.
Because what ends up happening is when you cut off those details, even though you're free to sleep with other people, what happens is, oh, all right, but you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now you're going behind my back and you're meeting up with this person when you're telling me you're going somewhere else. Now it's cheating. You understand what I'm saying? Versus, but if it's in front of me, it's not. So there's all these parameters and rules that they have. And I think in their case, you know, I'm sure they had to have a conversation. I'm sure there's people they've dealt with that had to sign NDAs. I mean, I think this is more of an issue where, if we're going to go back to Will and Jada, I think Will was just incredibly embarrassed. Because, you know, Jada Rock was somebody who couldn't keep his mouth closed.
Correct.
And those are not things that you do, especially against people who are multi-millionaires and very powerful. But yeah, open marriages can get complicated, as we see.
Yeah.
But, you know, do I think that perhaps maybe sometimes they could save a marriage? On the flip side, to play devil's advocate, you know, maybe sometimes it may help, you know, fix a marriage. You know, maybe if you feel like you spruced it up. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just has to be. Yeah, it's just, but what the main bottom line is, it has to be what you and your partner are like. All right, we can deal with this, and we're cool with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what it boils down to. And you know what I mean? Like, these are certain restrictions. Respect me. Do not put our business out there. I would imagine it being one of the first things. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's what I mean. Like, so I believe I'm not against it. I'm not against polygamy, like how you described earlier, where, you know, a man can have, you know, how many wives. I don't think as a woman, it wouldn't work the same way, you're right, in terms of business, procreation, like all, you know, the list goes on. But, you know, I think as long as the women kind of get along, I guess it would be weird, right? Of course. But she's got to be treated like a jewel, like a gem, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be like, I don't know. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's also cultural, and you know what? If y'all could live in harmony, then no one is to tell you anything. Like, no one is to tell you anything. Like, who am I or who's anyone to say
this?
Like, that, y'all can't, man. Y'all can't.
I went to Africa personally.
Where?
Yeah, Kenya.
Beautiful.
And when we went outside, like on the outskirts, the man had 15 wives. And they was living more happier than us with less. So I tell women all the time, you can't say that they are living wrong.
Right.
They are living in accordance to how we would have always lived if the quote-unquote man ain't come in here and take us out. You know what I'm saying? Like, take us up out of here.
Right.
So, like, come on now.
I mean, okay, open marriages. Did you say what you thought about that?
Am I for open marriage?
Yeah, what's your opinion on it?
Marriage?
Open marriage.
He's like, nah, he ain't for marriage at all.
Okay, like, no, exactly. Like, elaborate.
Huh?
Elaborate.
Meaning, if I feel like I found somebody that I would want to marry, I would feel like that is my female, my other half.
Yeah.
We're not sharing that. Like,
Everybody's slamming it.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
What about you?
What about me?
Exactly. Exactly.
You want another.
Now let's turn this around. If Will Smith had been with a 20-something-year-old that Willow brought by, and he was banging her double, man, she came up in here with really heavy mental issues, you know, and just all in disarray and da da da. And so I just brought her to the house and I showed Jada, you know, da da da, and we brought her in the crib and we're taking vacations with her and da da da. And then it ends up coming out and she does an interview with somebody. Will Smith would have murdered.
He would have been done for.
He probably would have been done for.
Yeah.
Now, as a woman, I'll address that. That's not cool. It's not cool.
That's crazy.
No, so
What's not cool? Him smashing her image?
if it were the other way around, you can smash all of this. Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
Come on, fam. You put the Fresh Prince, you gotta have them lined up.
Gotta let Will be Will, baby.
You know, you gotta like even.
Oh, baby.
Even Drake quotes him talking about Big Will style in some of his songs. Like that's Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's got him lined up. I'm talking about like.
He is getting jiggy with it.
I mean, he can have him lined up. He can have him like. I don't know, man. It's just. It's
that would have been a totally different situation.
It would have been a different situation. He would have been completely chastised.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, absolutely, and I don't agree with that, even as a woman. And I believe she was vague. I didn't like the fact that she accentuated. Oh, you know, we became really, really close friends.
Hold on, but can we talk about the fact that, like, we're not just gonna overshadow the fact that Jada, he was a liar. He was a liar. At first, she did smash all this, and all this was crazy.
Yeah.
That's how the story was at first.
That was the narrative.
They said they never spoke on it though.
Huh?
They said they never spoke on it.
Son, they was trying to shit on that man's career. Say the man is crazy.
Wasn't no Dean like taking
Remember, he was delusional.
Yeah.
He was delusional.
Listen,
that's why they put that. That's why they jump with the. He was so sick.
Right.
He was just sick at the time. So sick. Yeah. All right. But look, you gotta understand, they live, man. At the end of the day, when you with somebody for 25 years,
I don't know. Maybe that's what she does.
I can't comment on nobody's relationship that been together that long, D.
Flash. Snoop Dogg versus DMX is happening.
Yeah. That's gonna be.
Oh, well, you dropped it?
No, we didn't drop it. We didn't drop. I told them, but it was off camera. So yeah. July 22nd.
22nd.
I don't know about that. Snoop Dogg and DMX.
I mean,
we were just talking about that. Remember?
They both got a mean 20.
We're not talking catalog.
But do you think
about that's like what?
They both got a mean 20.
They do got a mean 20, but all right.
I can get the dog thing.
Yeah, I think it's the dog versus dog, which is cool. But I think DMX got him. I think D got him.
DMX got him.
All right, because besides doggy style, besides doggy style, what Snoop got? Snoop got Snoop got PIMP. Drop it like it's hot. I want to fuck you.
Those songs is real life for DMX records.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking more.
Because Snoop, besides doggy style, I'm talking about besides doggy style. Gin and juice?
Nah, like, he gonna have to get on the Dre days and shit like that.
Yeah, but when he got that hits like a DMX track.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Like that Swizzy in the background.
Used to be my dog.
Snoop,
that was my shit.
With a smile bitch and shit like that. He got like
I think Snoop is taking that out.
Yeah, he do.
You're taking that out. You're taking that out against DMX time.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You know what it is. And I think this is one of the reasons why Lil Jon won the competition with T-Pain is that there's certain, we've had this discussion a million times here, but a hit versus a great record.
Top 10, B.
Whatever.
T-Pain, top 10.
T-Pain.
Top 10 dead or alive, right? Y'all put some respect on T-Name, right?
Nah, man, I just feel like DMX has a lot of songs that amp people up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop, drop, open up, you know, like everything. Like, he has a way, his voice alone. Like,
I just don't think Snoop got.
I've seen DMX live.
What?
And DMX live is, I mean, granted, you know, seeing it over the internet is not the same thing. But I believe, you know, I'm sorry, what does Snoop Dogg have? He just, I'm not saying that he's trash.
Snoop, but it's like,
but outside of the Death Row era, what have you really done?
Yeah.
I mean, what, sexual seduction?
Sexual seduction was hit.
That was the thing, man.
He got hits, but
What has he done since Death Row?
But what do you got with what do you got that's gonna with that X gonna give it to you? Like, you don't got nothing for that.
Being greedy.
The X Factor is slap.
Yeah, up in here, what do you got for these? Like,
The girl records?
yeah. Come on.
What was girl record?
What that?
Oh my gosh.
What these bitches want from a nigga? Like
Amazingness.
that Aaliyah joint to come home in one piece. Like come on.
Cisco joint still.
They've done.
The X records.
What's up, girl? DMX is one of the greats.
Of course. Classic album.
All right, so Rough Riders anthem, Party Up, Where the Hood At, Who We Be, what these bitches want, Slipping. Oh man, Slipping will kill it.
Niggas done been through some hard times on Slipping, boy.
Get it on the floor, I think would.
Yeah, DMX 20 is too hard to go against.
He got a solid, disrespectful 20.
Nah, DMX got to go up against Nas, like a Nas 20.
Yeah.
Like he could,
DMX
he could stand up against a Nas 20.
I don't know. Stand up next to
I don't think he
DMX 20 is heavy.
DMX 20 is heavy. That's what I'm saying.
I would say Jay.
Nah, Jay.
No, he doesn't want to see Jay.
I wouldn't put
That's
this.
what X was. That's what
X was Jay.
I think X is
Jay?
X could see Jay. All right, but you gotta understand that. All right, but X20, because it's only 20. You talking about a whole career, that's fine. But
okay, that's what we're focused
dude,
on.
X got a 20 that's hard to beat because not only does he have that sentimental, but he also got bangers that just hit. That these are club hits. So because they club hits, you can't compete with that.
Yeah, I think
because his verses is great. Like,
oh yeah.
Jay,
my dog,
that's it. For real. Dogs for life is. Come on,
that's gonna be one to watch. When is that?
July 22nd.
July 22nd.
Nah, DMX gonna get in his ass. I don't think. I don't think he got anything that could stand up to that.
Of course. But then again, when you think about it, so he's being behind it.
Snoop got tracks, but Snoop tracks is such a chill vibe.
Yeah, man.
Snoop need to go against. Snoop need to go against like a Wiz Khalifa, and then they both just chill, smoke, and then that's a nice versus.
Yeah, like no, come on.
Snoop vibe is not the same. It's not the same vibe where not X. X is too high energy for somebody that's not
very, very, very
animated,
message driven.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Very religious, almost not overbearingly religious, but very, 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 very convicted in what he's saying.
Yeah, of course.
Come
you know
on.
What I'm saying, like his albums have all these crazy features.
X's prayers.
His prayers
hit the charts. Even the
saying.
prayers is in the.
For real, but he's a completely different artist.
Correct.
Than Snoop Dogg.
It's not.
I love Snoop.
If you're like, for instance, like even if you're privy to hip hop, like that's kind of like, let's put Drake up with T.I.
Yeah,
you would be like, what?
It's not a good mix.
It's not a good mix. Like they don't even make the same realm of music.
Yeah.
Not even the same tempo. Not even the same club hits. Not even the same concert bangers. Like those are things you got to look at.
Correct.
But I honestly believe that I think now that they're making money from it. Versus is making money from it.
Yeah, they got to.
Of course they are. So I just think that they're keeping it going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bring it back, and I think it's good for the older people's catalog. You know what I'm saying? These battles are bringing the younger generations awareness of who these people are. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who may see that DMX battle may be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He's killing it. Like, yo, who's DMX though?
Yeah.
You know, goes on iTunes, Spotify, whatever, you know, platform you rock with.
Yeah, X is just...
You know what I mean? So it does well for the streamings. It does well for verses.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that they're going to keep going with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep going with this. I mean, I don't really know why they would ever match up DMX with Snoop.
I think they're just taking what they can get right now.
Maybe they're taking what they can get.
I think right now they're pushing for some, but you got to understand certain people. Versus is a bad name choice. Like, that's the problem. Like, if it wasn't a versus where it's just two people, you get them in the room, they play both their catalogs, and it's just a vibe, then it would have been different. When you name it versus, people don't want to lose. That means there got to be a loser. You understand? And that's the problem. If it was just you call this some shit like Showcase or some shit.
Yeah.
Was good. If you called it something like Showcase or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying? That would have been a better situation, because when you call it versus, then somebody got to lose. And then depending on, nobody want to lose, so then some people don't even want to go up there. You know what I'm saying? So then you just get in these people where it's like, you know, do I care? Yeah. Do I care? Yeah.
50's not going to do it.
Yeah, because 50 don't want to see T.I. though.
We need to get into 50. 50 is between, you know, all right, let's segue from this. 50 made a couple comments about, or put up a couple posts on his IG about the whole Will and Jada situation. He DM'd,
which was fucked up. I think it was fucked up.
Yeah, I gotta find that.
He DM'd Will Smith.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's happening out here? No, it was just basically like, he was like, yo, what's going on with you and they putting you and Jada business out here and whatever. And then Will was like, yeah, we broke up we wasn't together at the time. She was doing her, I was doing me. You know, simple response. And then they were like, oh, they saying you gave her permission or whatever. And then right after that, 50 wrote, oh, but nobody, then Jada gonna get on and say nobody gives her permission to do anything. If she wants somebody to blow her back out, then they gonna blow her back. And it was just, he was wilding out too much. It was fucked up. That's not how you, go ahead.
All right, so basically 50 hit him up and he said, yo, Will, you all right over there? And then, no, that was DMX. No, I'm sorry, not DMX. That was 50. That was 50 Cent, y'all. No, I'm messing up. Now, Will Smith responds, yes, I'm cool. I appreciate your concern, my brother. 50 goes, well, why did she tell you that shit on a show for everybody to see? Yeah. And then he goes, no, we broke up. She did her, and I did me. And then he goes, this is a killer. 50 goes, then she said that only she can give permission for somebody to blow her back out.
Come on, babe.
And then Will Smith just ended it with "fuck you, 50."
Yeah, but
fuck you, 50.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
like,
if that's supposed to be your man's, and he
blackout, don't say that, man.
That's the kind of shit where it's like,
happens to anybody.
Don't get disrespectful.
It happens with your girl.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That did happen with your girl. Rick Ross had it.
Didn't have a wife for 25 years. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what that's like. Yeah. You got baby moms.
Yeah, but it's like don't do that.
Looking for somebody exotic.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't agree with 50 Cent. Like, I understand that he's a bully and things like that, and I understand that he likes to not care about other people's feelings. I just don't agree with like the overzealous.
Yeah.
Putting people on blast. And why would you put a DM and screenshot it and put it up? Like,
because he's a corny ass nigga, though.
Nah, he's got a new show coming out. And he's doing very well with the record sales.
Yeah, but I don't fuck with that.
Why 50's doing this?
Yeah. I just don't understand. I don't fuck with niggas acting like bitches. Like, you a grown ass man, dog. 50 years old, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, he up there. He 40 something, dog. Nigga 46 is a grown ass man. Yeah. So you're a grown ass.
Okay.
So I'm saying you're a grown ass. If you're a grown ass man, if you're a grown ass man, and especially a nigga that's not a clown. If you was writing some stupid ass nigga on the street, you ain't writing. You're not writing one of these stupid ass niggas. Will is a very. But I'm saying the posting it is fucked up. Period. Because even if it's not real. You put in dirt on somebody's name and you're not a comedian, nigga. Yeah. Go sit down in the corner. Like, you disrespected somebody that demands respect. Dog. Will don't carry himself as a nigga that you just clown on him on the regular. Like, he's just meant to be clowned on. So that's not you, especially as a celebrity. As a celebrity, dog, sit your ass down and chill.
About that.
Yeah.
I mean, but even...
He got the booty goons, man. Nah, but that shit, but that kind of shit is like, dog, don't do Will like that because it's not like he's a nigga that carries himself like that.
No, you're right.
He doesn't carry himself like that, especially to have to deal with something that's so private, so publicly. Like, nigga, let the nigga be and keep him pushing, dog. Go sit over there, because when you was over here filing for bankruptcy and doing the most, and niggas was clowning you. You had to go take it on the chin.
All right, so where do we put August Alsina after this red table talk?
I just feel like I hate clown shit like that. I just hate it.
No. Where do you think? What do you think happens to him? Do we think this helps us out?
I feel like it's gonna help him because it does that. He gets that sympathy. Yeah, he don't even got no music out. It ain't out yet.
You think maybe he can squeeze back in with Jada? He needs more healing. Or what do you think? She needs healing. She needs to feel good.
I don't think no chicks is gonna really fuck with him like that.
Yeah.
He can't hold water.
He's going off on Kiki Palmer.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you can't, if you can't.
Story? Like she said something about I can't be in the hand, whatever.
She had a picture of somebody posted a picture of with her in the car with him. And she was like, nah, girl, I was never with him. And he came back and was like, you damn right I was never with you. And,
Why are you arguing with women like that?
But that's what I'm saying. He's a clown, dog. Like, I don't fuck with that. I don't agree with that. He give me that. He give me that saucy vibe all the time, dog. I'm not with it. Like it's
with his hair.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
The hair was full out fluffy with the hair on top. I wasn't really sure what was going on.
That's like police shit.
That shit was that hair was a L.
Yeah.
The entire situation was a L, dog. So I feel like for him, it'll be. I think it gets him the publicity that he wanted. Yeah. I think he definitely came into this looking to ride that. Yeah. Exactly. So it got him talked about. Exactly. He got to come with some music.
Same realm of Will Smith.
He got to come with some music because, one, that nigga is way too Louisiana to be on anything in the public eye. You know, he ain't gonna be on nothing. So and then call it a day. Yeah. Facts. Ride it. Ride that wave because this is it. That's all you get. This is it. It's been a long time. I know it's been a long time since Do You Mind? You know what I'm saying? You already it's been a minute, B. It's been a couple years. Yeah, and she was piping him in his prime. You know what I'm saying? He's well past that now. She said like 4.5 years ago, dog, which is true. Like,
Do You Mind?
Yeah, like, come on, you done? Like, so yeah, it was hot. He had some bangers, but it's over. Like, so it's you gotta decide where do you go from here. You know what I'm saying? And I think like if he doesn't come with a hot track, you're done. Yeah, he better. We'll get a nice one written up. But there's plenty of dudes that play their position and call it a day. Yeah. As a man, I don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect when dudes can't keep their mouth closed because emotionally outbursting is a woman trait. You know what I'm saying? It's not a dude's thing. A dude is not supposed to be.
But remember, he had mama issues too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You obviously you tripping, keep it pushing. If you don't come with good music, then none of this matters at all. You know what I'm saying? We'll just need to, Will trying to get back to making that next bag, dog. Listen, We'll sign him. I I'm surprised he's not a billionaire, dog. I don't understand it.
He probably is.
Nah, they said he's not.
Well, you gotta look at his spending habits.
You don't know. I mean, that's true.
No, but I'm saying for when they talk about like Kanye to be up there like that, and then they talk about Jay-Z to be up there. Yeah, but Will is an entity in himself. Like he's a mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like
he ain't got easy though.
Yeah, but
and that nigga just trying to deal with a cat. Like that shit look dope. I ain't going front. The YZ, did you see it?
The YZY.
Yeah,
it's YZY. It's YZY where the GAP was.
Yeah, like
it looks fire. It's gonna be fire. Yeah,
but I might go copy a YZY t-shirt.
Yeah, and it's gonna be cheaper. Like Gap is gonna distribute his stuff, but I think he may be the upper. He may be the upper end.
Speaking of Kanye.
Nah, his designs are fire. As a designer, I fuck with him extensively.
Kanye for president 2020.
Hell nah, he already dropped out. Fuck that nigga. I would never drop him.
But I like his whole fashion.
Nah, I definitely love his. I mean, by all means, I love his Yeezys, but yeah, I can't. As a designer, I fuck with him, but I can't. But as a designer, I fuck with him. But there's certain times when he just be bugging out. I just feel like his family
artists.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. Like I would rather listen to Yeezy than Jay.
Oh wow.
Conversation wise?
No, music wise.
Oh, music wise?
I think he's way more of a better artist.
Elaborate.
Just the way he puts his music together. Like you listen to
so it's not just based on lyricism.
Lyricism, yes.
So it is on lyricism.
Yes. Lyricism, yes.
Bars?
Yeah. But I feel like
bars, but
I feel like Kanye is far more
creativity. Like okay, like
his creativity, power. That's why I specifically said, does he have bars like Jay, or
I think his shit is better.
All right.
I feel like it's more versatile.
Yeah,
it's definitely more versatile.
I feel like all right. Kanye, you can listen to Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, Graduation. No, but I'm saying you can listen to all these and Pablo. You can listen to all these, and there's changes, there's variation, there's growth, there's differences. If you listen to Jay, you could interchange Blueprint 2, Black Album, and you could play American Gangster. You could play all these. Interchange the tracks, and then you wouldn't know that these are different albums.
Yeah,
they're all bang. Don't get me wrong, they're bangers. They're bangers, but they are different. They don't feel different for the time period. They don't even reflect a time period.
Listen to College Dropout. That's a totally
easy. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's different. I mean, it is more versatile, but yeah, but I mean,
and even that song Power.
That's crazy.
Like he should have even let Jay on that shit.
Yeah,
like he killed it by himself.
Yeah, by himself it was ridiculous. That was my favorite. That was my favorite Kanye time though.
Which one?
The Power time when he had the big Pharaoh chain. Yeah. Like that was stylistically that was one of my favorite.
That was that Haru chain.
Yeah.
That video alone, like what all the different intricacies of the video.
Yeah.
And all the symbolism of what it means. Like I think Kanye is just an all around more artistic, outlandish, abstract type of person.
Yeah, which is better. Which is from a media standpoint. Yeah.
From a media standpoint and also from an artist standpoint.
No, but I mean not media as in media news, but media as in just multimedia. Like all the platforms he puts out things on. Yeah. I feel like he just puts out a better product. Yeah. Jay, besides his raps, I don't want to hear nothing else from him. His interviews is trash. You know what I'm saying? Not to say, but he's not saying nothing that I haven't heard from. Yeah, but it's not better than a Russell. Yeah, but it's not better. It's not better than a Russell. It's not better than a Russell Simmons interview. You understand?
Yeah. So
Jay has. There's no quotables from a Jay interview. You understand? Kanye has quotables from every interview he has. Yeah, exactly.
What he has to say?
Nobody know the name of your clothing line. We don't know.
I am Walt Disney. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that is. It's not only inspiring in the way that he speaks because some people may say it's crazy, but he at least has you thinking. You understand? A Jay interview is like, okay, we get it. You know what I'm saying? But Jay is also very selective with his words. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, from the time you ask a person a question to the time that they start answering it, it's about a 30-second difference between Kanye is like, you're like, yo, so how you feel about this? And Kanye is he's talking before you finished answering, before you finished asking the question, he's answering the question in the way that he feels it should be answered. Correct. Jay is just, it's that
sitting back, like,
it's that pause, that 30 seconds, and then it's this fluff ass answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is very, which I respect it because you got to protect the brand. Yeah. But Kanye feels like his talent exceeds his answer. He's invincible to that degree. Yeah,
and he did with Nas' album. Yeah, like he made bangers.
Yeah, I was very.
Me personally, I dug the project, but it did get a little backlash in terms of production. Yeah, like people saying that Nas wasn't on beat. It sounded rushed. There were some negative reviews.
All right, first of all, that multiple artist 7-track bullshit he was trying to throw out, that's where he messed up because that Esco shit was on its own. It was good enough. That Tiana Taylor, good enough, dog. You didn't have to bunch these in, throwing them all out like back to back. What? You watering down the product when y'all got such good work over there. Like that Daytona was compared to what I want from Pusher. Right. It was you know what I'm saying? It ain't no King Push. It ain't no My Name Is My Name. You know, it ain't none of that. But it was Daytona was 7 tracks. Yeah, it was 7 tracks, but the Tiana Taylor shit should have been released separately because that shit was nasty. The Nas shit should have been separate, dog, because that shit was nasty. But when you bunch it in with all this bullshit you throwing out, because that album he threw out, his 7-track shit was ass, dog.
There was something on it though.
It had like one track. One track out of 7, though?
What, Ye?
Yeah, that Ye shit.
Ye was trash?
Yeah, Ye was ass, dog. It was ass. The Kid Cudi shit, though. The Kid Cudi shit, he had some bangers on that. Yeah, he had some bangers on that. But and that I Am Reborn, that shit with Cudi was nasty. But when you flood this content back to back, this whole 7 days, 7 tracks bullshit, you throwing bullshit.
You gotta give it time.
Yeah, there's certain I want to say classics, but there's certain shit that should have had more time, and then you just to meet these deadlines, nobody's happy. Like Nas wasn't happy with the end result because he said you left shit out or certain shit wasn't done the way he wanted. Tiana Taylor was definitely furious with the fact that y'all just threw her shit out there because it's as good as it was. She said it could have been better. And she had at least 10 tracks apparently. So 10 tracks would have gave you a fire album.
And
but
you know what else? She's been keeping the word with
consistent. Yeah.
All the way through.
That last shit that she put out. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you flood the market when you didn't need to. You know what I'm saying?
So, what was it? So, all right. So since we're on the topic of you, what do we think about? All right, now that you said the latest things that he dropped out, what do we think about him and this whole concept of running for presidency? How do we feel about Kanye?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of hype from him.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, Kanye went and got my vote.
He already dropped. They said he already dropped out, though.
No, I mean, hypothetically speaking, I mean, at the end of the day, okay, this person is advised by many advisors who I'm pretty sure told them the deadlines for several states has already been met.
Yeah.
You know, so for him to make this announcement beyond the advice or whatever that may, obviously it's a move for whatever reason. And then now they're turning around and saying that it might be a bipolar
episode and all that. I just hate that the family don't stick by him in his shit that he say though. They don't back him.
Could he run for president?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. After Trump won,
I feel like he needs more preparation, but yeah, hell yeah.
bread.
But I just feel like he's just
He definitely needs to
one. He's too much of a nigga to get that vote. You know what I'm saying? Like to get the mainstream vote.
I think he's too outspoken.
No, but I'm just saying, like Obama is very watered down, very relatable to the white community. You understand? Do I think that Kanye could scrape up enough votes? Maybe because his influence with the kids is so heavy. You understand? Like his 18-year-old, like 18 to 28 demographic, he's heavy in that scene right now. Where do I think he could steal a shit ton of those votes because those kids that may vote Republican because their parents is Republican, they got bread? That's Kanye's core right there. Kanye's core is like 16 to 25-year-old white kids with bread. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's his Yeezy core. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So if he could steal that from up under them, yeah, but the votes in the states that matter is all older white people states where they not going that way. That's that he not taking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, would he have my vote? Yeah, I mean, you're the only one on the ballot that ain't fucking kids, so I'm with it.
If it ever happens, when I was 2024 and Kim is doing.
But I mean, Kim would run. I think Kim would run before him. But I think it's good publicity. It gets talked about. I'm talking about they be printing out Kanye for president's bumper stickers and shit. Like his core fan base does shit without him having to release it. He just say shit. And then it just gets turned into a social media frenzy. So, I mean, I feel like do I think he'll actually ever run? Nah.
No.
But him talking about it is always that hip hop what if, and then they love talking about it.
So wait a minute, hold on. I think I should have got into the versus battle when we talked about DMX and which I'm so disturbed by that news, by the way. I'm sorry, I just think it's a horrible, man. But what was the other versus battle that I wanted to get into?
The Jada and Fab? We touched on that one.
We touched on that. Nah, the versus battle that still hasn't happened yet. It's
the T.I. 50 Cent. Okay.
You know, and the back and forth.
That's not going down.
And the memes that 50's been posting. And, you know, and T-Pain is like, not T-Pain. And, I mean, T.I. is letting him know, like, you're not T-Pain. Like, you're not, I'm good. I'm the king. You know, he's going off in Southern.
But where'd you stand on that one, Jay? You said 50 got him though, right? You said 50-20 is kill T.I.'s 20.
Really?
I think T.I.
Okay, so
I think T.I. will get. I think T.I. got him.
So okay, for the listeners, T.I. was recently interviewed by Ebro. Shout out to Ebro on 97. They were basically where he spoke briefly for about 15 minutes to T.I. And in that interview, T.I. mentioned, you know, I got a better catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you saw it. You know, I got a better catalog, and to be quite frank, I'm pretty honest. I'm pretty tired of there being a bias with, you know, down south rappers versus up north rappers. Like, y'all got this stigma where y'all think you can't rap like y'all, but nah, just because y'all started it doesn't mean we don't know what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think he made a lot of valid points, but I just don't think I would love to see that versus.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that T.I. would win.
Yeah,
I think T.I. would win. And I don't think 50's gonna do that.
Nah.
50's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do it.
Do I think 50 would ever answer? Nah, I doubt it.
I mean, we just go off 50's first album? 50 first album. Yeah. 50's first album?
50 first album got 10.
Right,
10 strong.
What can T.I. play that's some smack with many men? Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
That can smack with many men?
You don't know me.
You don't know me? ASAP?
Nigga, you don't know me.
ASAP?
Motivation.
ASAP, motivation. Ooh, motivation.
I got my
nice.
beat that ride low. What is it?
24s.
Yeah, 24s. I'm
T.I. got some heat. You know what I'm saying? Like yes. T.I. Urban Legend itself, it had some bangers, dog.
No, he did.
So it's like, I mean, do I feel like...
Like, yeah. Come on, man. Like, what you know about?
Yeah, I definitely got it.
Come on, man. Get loose. That was my shit.
Loose, not never killed.
Get loose had the hoes acting up, boy.
He might smack 50 Cent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he can smack him.
I want that battle.
I think he got enough bangers to smack him, dog.
He might smack 50.
All right.
I want to see
T.I. versus Nelly.
I think that's why. I think
T.I.
All right. T.I. said that 50 is... If 50 wasn't from New York, he'd be Nelly. That's what T.I. said. If 50 wasn't from New York, he'd be Nelly. Because he said they got the same album sales. They got that one classic album. But then the rest of the album...
Okay, but you got to touch on the root of what you said.
T.I. said
Yeah, because he said... He said 50... He said 50 gets mad recognition because he's from New York, the epicenter of hip-hop. So he said New York rappers get that leg up. He said... There's people with the same catalog, but they're not regarded like 50. So he's like, look at the success Nelly has had, which Nelly had uber success. Like Nelly, Country Grammar is Diamond, right? It's Diamond, right?
Yeah, Country Grammar.
Yeah. So it's like they both had those Diamond records, and then ever since then they had steady success, but not no crazy first album success. So it's like, if he wasn't, T.I. said if he wasn't from New York, he'd be Nelly, which I understand that.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
All right, so 50 versus Nelly, who would take it?
I think I got 50 on that.
You think 50 will get him?
I think
Nelly
at
has
that
some.
point, 50. That might be, 50.
It's true though. I just feel like Nelly couldn't go against a New York nigga though. I feel like T.I. is really one of the only down south. T.I.'s one of the only down south dudes that could go against a New York nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So would you go T.I. and Jeezy?
T.I. and Jeezy, that would be nasty. I feel like T.I. and Jeezy would be more interesting to me just because I prefer the tracks. Like, I feel like it's a vibe. Like, they're both down south. Oh, I don't know, man. Jeezy got some bangers, man. Jeezy got some.
Y'all just named a bunch of T.I.
T.I. got some bangers, but come on. My president is black.
But he just named a whole bunch of records that's...
But Jeezy got some. Yeah, but that Jeezy got a.
Does Jeezy have enough records?
But do you think Jeezy got a? But do Jeezy got a? Put on is nasty though.
Yeah,
but put on is that beat just when it drops. Top back, yeah. They was both on top back. That would be nice for them to just
whoever played.
Yeah, whoever played, they both just jump in that like. But dude, Jeezy got a mean 20 though.
I think Jeezy.
He got a mean 20.
All right, Jeezy and Luda. Jeezy and Luda.
Who?
Jeezy and Ludacris.
Oh.
Who got him? I got Jeezy on that though. I got Jeezy.
Luda got fucking records.
I know he got
Luda shit. He got the stand up. He got damn. Luda got those shits that hit hard.
The other day, I played Pimpin' All Over the World like 3 times. The song was never a smash. Like, I listened to that shit the other day.
It's hits.
That's a hit.
That's a hit, Luda has some hits. Luda has some hits, yeah. But the problem is Luda shit hits with that Little John bass. You know what I'm saying? Like Luda,
he give you the witty rhymes.
Yeah, he got.
You know what I'm saying?
Luda would have came in with the big hands or some shit. Came in with the bodysuit or something. You know, Luda. Yeah, Luda got the personality for it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard one. Versus is
in close. Let's move on. All
right.
Outside of the battle, man, because I don't think these are actually gonna happen. But have you heard about Tory Lanez?
Yeah.
Tory Lanez
been clowning my man.
Tory.
Somebody break
Tory. Since he played such a big part in the quarantine, right? This battle started.
Yo, shout out to Tory, man.
Shout out to Tory.
So what happened?
All right. He was basically allegedly there was a party that they were having with Kylie Jenner. Well, I'm sure there was more people there. Kylie Jenner and Megan Thee Stallion were there. They were having a pool party, as Sunny mentioned, in Cali with Tory Lanez. And then the news just kind of jumped and said that, out of nowhere, They shot. There was a shot.
What happened is somebody shot 5 shots in the air. They said somebody shot 5 shots in the air and jumped into an SUV and took off. So apparently, Tory got in an altercation with some people there. Like, he got in an argument with them. So they're not saying he shot it, but they said somebody shot 5 shots into the air and then took off an SUV. They reported it to the cops. Cops pulled over the SUV because it matched the description. Megan Thee Stallion was in there, was in the car. A couple other people was in the car, but Tory took ownership of the gun. They found a unlicensed gun in there, so they got his ass for that. So they arrested him. Yeah, so they arrested him on felony gun possession, and then basically,
in America,
then Megan Thee Stallion cut her foot, so they took her to the hospital. And then they said,
but it's just more. It's more of a headache.
Yeah,
they got bread now. It's just more of a controversy, but. Tory Lanez was doing this thing with quarantine radio and all this and the music.
I hope that don't fuck up his deals because he got a deal coming up.
I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. I hope it just,
how long he locked up for?
He already
bonded it out. But the internet been clowning him, because when they released because arrest is public record. So when they looked at his documents, it said that the nigga 5'3", 120 pounds.
20 pounds.
So they've been showing videos. They're like, footage of Tory getting arrested, and it's like a dude holding a little kid, and the little kid's like, "Get off me, let me go," and then he just holding little buddy up. That's crazy.
Twitter, man.
That's elementary school way.
I mean, that's the size. All right, so this is the funny part. Like, all right, that's the size to me of a petite female. Like, I could always tell by looking at him that he's short. Yeah, that is Jada.
That's a Jada,
a petite, short, very thin woman.
Yeah, that's a Jada.
You know what I'm saying? That's 120. So to me, I look at that like 120 a year, man.
So Tory Lane's pretty much a bad 50-year-old.
Nah, you look like a little boy.
Relax, son.
He out here.
Cool dude.
I'm not saying he's not.
His personality. Yeah, he's the only one. 5'3" is crazy though. I mean, do I believe 5'3"? No.
He don't look crazy.
He be around. No, because he be around. Lil Wayne looks crazy small, B.
Yeah, not that bad.
Nah, dog. When Lil Wayne was walking past me, and I'm not even tall, B.
I stood right next
and he was like,
it's not that bad.
I'm saying he was. I saw the top of the nigga's head, B. And I'm not even tall.
Right next to him, B.
Yeah, I stood right next to him too. But I'm just saying, like, but Tory, but stop disregarding it. Like Tory not getting bitches out here. You know what I'm saying? Like. These girls, he doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, listen, he get that 5'3", 120 standing on top of a lot of money right now. Tory, that 35,000 ain't hurt him. He
a lot of beautiful women.
And Google said network only like 2 million.
I mean,
but he signed some crazy deals lately, though.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. I just don't feel like
he making bread like that.
Exactly.
Well, he out of his deal now. I feel like you don't know artists' true net worth till they get out of their deal and what they do with it. So now that he's out of his deal and now he could hit the road, he could make these moves. He done signed a couple deals that's going to get him some bread. He got a show coming out, like shit like that. I feel like then that's when you start making that bread, when you get out of your deal.
Yeah.
And he got out of his deal young and he's still hot. Most people can't get out of their deal to save their life. They like fucking NBA YoungBoy, they said he still got 5 more albums on his deal.
Wow.
That shit is crazy. And he said, apparently he posted the other day, he said, I told the label I do the next 5 albums for free. All I want is my masters when I'm done. And they told his ass, hell nah. People don't understand how much the masters worth. Yeah, people don't understand how much the masters worth, dog. Yeah, but I believe that definitely his net worth will skyrocket once now that he's out of that deal and now that he can do whatever the hell he wants. He got some moves coming. he proved himself to be a good businessman, especially during quarantine. Like, his popularity shot up like no other during quarantine. Like, it was crazy. Him and Boosie. Definitely, but they played it two different ways. Like Boosie still took that hood route.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was hilarious.
Boosie be having me dying. That nigga sells everything, dog. Boosie sells everything. This motherfucker was selling water. He was selling bottled water the other day. He was.
Oh my god!
Yo, he got a perfume. What makes me laugh because he do his own commercials for every product he sells. Right. He was like, "Yo, that should have had you nutting all over the place." he's like, these bitches will want to fuck. He's like, that should have had a whole squirting everywhere. And then bottled water, noodles, anything. Dog. He was talking about the bottled water. I have these whole squirting all over the place. Yo, that shit. Everything is hilarious with him, dog. He's one of the funniest hood niggas I ever seen, dog. But I believe that Tory gonna come out alright. I think that's a little crazy that they gave him the felony gun possession.
I mean, it kind of makes me question what his priors are.
I just hate the. You don't got no niggas in your circle that'll be like, yo, that's my gun.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't understand when people got bread. When you got bread,
where's your
protect the bag.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, if I'm a multi-millionaire and I'm continuously making this money every day, and not only is it about me, it's also about the people that I employ, that I'm paying. So with that being said, why would I not have a crew of people that each individual person does something I need them to do? Like, hey, you're the person who does this. Hey, you're the person who does that. Hey, you're the person who hires this person to hire another person to do that.
I'm going to have a guy that's in my team.
I got the bread. It will never come back to me. It will never come back to me because that's what you do. You surround yourself so that you can still be that bad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that, him catching a felony charge, and again, him being Canadian, it can get complicated. Yeah. I don't know what his priors are. You know, he's got bread. I'm sure he can afford a great legal team, but he also was in the state of California. In California, they're not very nice. You know what I'm saying? They're not very lenient. They're somewhat like out here with their laws. But, you know, I wish him the best, absolutely, because, I mean, he's one of the very few extremely talented artists. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what shots got fired, I don't know, man. But that's the ultimate thing is, like, I think the misconception that I think a lot of people have is that, like, you become a millionaire and, like, all of a sudden, like, you're superhuman. And it's like, no. Like, you get these millions and especially if it comes to you in a quick manner, you don't know how to really carry yourself accordingly. You haven't learned that etiquette yet. You haven't learned that movement yet. Financial advisors, this, that, and the other, agents, managers, like. So I think, you know, maybe this is still new to him. I mean, you know, I don't know. Not too long ago, but not too long ago. I dare to say even it's been 2 months. He was caught up in some scandal. Who was it? It was one of Joe Budden's exes. He was caught leaving the building in Miami, and there was like some kind of altercation. I'll pick it up in a second between him and another chick. There was a police charges filed.
Oh, Tory?
Yeah, with Tory. Yeah. Look it up with Kayleen Garcia, and then you'll find it.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
That's Joe Budden's ex, and he was rocking with her, and then like it was something, and now it's something else. But a felony charge.
You give a hood nigga $1 million, he's still a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand that they don't come with a manual.
That's why I think it's so important to have the right people around you.
Yeah, even Drake said it. He got his gun on Chubbs for survival. Be like Chubbs always got that gun. He ain't got it. Drake ain't walking around with no gun. That's the whole point. You gotta have dudes in your team that, yo, they come and they ask whose weed that is, that's your weed.
That's mine.
They ask whose gun that is, that's your gun.
Yeah.
They ask whose bitch that is, that's your bitch. They ask whoever, anything, that's yours. You know what I'm saying? You went from 30,000 a year to what? He dropping you 100,000 and take you all over the world? Bitch, I'm taking any charge, dog. Anything besides a murder, B. I'm shying for anything besides a body. anything but a body. I'm shying.
Right.
You definitely don't want a body in your hand.
That's it.
I mean, that's the same thing I think. But I mean, I think Drake operates almost in that fashion.
Yeah, he always got. But that he even says it. He's like, yo, listen, I'm not carrying no gun, but he got it.
Oh yeah, but speaking of Drake, what was it we were discussing earlier about Khaled? And
Khaled said he releasing 2 Drake tracks on Friday, I think.
2 new Drake tracks, and Khaled's releasing them. Are they Khaled's records?
I don't. They got to be Khaled's records. He released them.
Yeah.
If Drake was releasing them, they'd be Apple Music exclusives. You already know.
All right. So what do we think? Do we think that? I'm sure we have heard about the whole Pusha T verse on Pop Smoke's. Have you heard about that? No. All right. Well, it was a verse. I'll play it for you after. There's a verse that Pusha T dropped on the Pop Smoke project, in which he's taking shots at Drake. Again. And so, like, everyone started talking about it, trending on Twitter, all these news articles. And
we touched on it last week.
We touched on it last week, but so now it's funny that, Khaled is announcing that he's dropping Drake records. So I'm curious, because I'm like, is he going to respond to him? Is he going to say some slick shit? Or is he just going to overlook it? Because to me, when he did that interview with Elliot, to me, I feel like he sung him the entire interview. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll say something.
There's 2 Drakes coming in this week, right?
Yeah, we're from DJ Khaled.
All right, Jay.
I think it's one DJ Khaled and one Drake.
Oh, nice.
All right,
okay.
All right, Jay. Do you think he's gonna come out and say anything about Push?
No, I don't think so.
He should have learned his lesson.
Whoa, should have.
Push?
What do you mean?
When Pusha T body.
Okay. So I disagree on that one. So, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like Drake bodied him. I feel like Drake.
No, but
I feel like Drake.
Okay, so
I feel like Drake bodied Pusha T. Yeah. I feel like Drake's. The Dumbo that Dumpy. I feel like that Dumpy freestyle was better than Adonis. I feel like besides the news that he had a kid, I feel like besides the news that he had a kid, which was some sucker nigga shit, I don't fuck with it. Besides that, I feel like it was subpar for Pusha.
That was light, because he was waiting. Pusha was setting him up, and he was waiting to see if Drake was going to drop something, but Drake knew he couldn't. That's why he had to go to that little interview and just use his status and start dropping bangers.
But I'm just
he can't go toe to toe with Pusha.
But I'm just saying, Pusha lost that battle to me.
Really?
I feel like the news of him having a kid was more. I feel like I just don't fuck like we said earlier. I don't fuck with dudes that act like bitches. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
hip-hop, though. That's like
but I feel like that's not a. I feel like the difference is. I feel like the.
I heard you. Yeah, but then you got a pregnant.
Yeah, I just feel like that's corny. I feel like that's a corny move when you could have when Drake is coming at you bar for bar with. You're the weakest nigga in your crew and all these things where he's touching on things that he's barring you and then you're not. Instead of barring them back, you just come with some shit like, yeah, but you're hiding a child. What's up with that? Like that kind of shit where it was like
your whole shit is a sham. Like Drake.
Yeah, that shit is. But Drake bodies niggas 2 bars. I just feel like.
Let me tell you why he won. He won, number one, because his album dropped not too long after that and did well than all of those 7 albums that Kanye dropped in that same summer.
Yeah, it did do better. Yeah. No. Scorpion did better than any of those. Yeah.
All of them combined.
No.
I'm going to keep telling you how he wins. He wins in terms of numbers. He wins in terms of power. He wins in terms of ain't nobody talking about how he's a bad baby daddy. But they're doing the Tootsie Slide.
You ever seen it?
Nah, man.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the biggest star in the world. He's got so much power.
No,
that
he
drops an interview with B-Dot and Elliot Wilson. And he's just like, I used to kind of look up to him, but then You realize
that's what Drake had to do. But in terms of hip hop battling on some Jay and Nas, where you could only rely on bars.
Yeah, but I think Pusha T's. No, but I think Pusha T's bars was subpar. I just feel like it was. I don't feel like Adonis.
It was light. It was a little tap.
That's what I'm saying.
What Pusha could do
it was
not what Pusha could do. Pusha is a way better lyricist.
No, you're right.
He didn't bar Drake out. Drake barred him out on the entire A side of Scorpion.
No, but he's talking about. But I prefer, if I have to listen to Duppy Freestyle or listen to Adonis, I listen to Duppy Freestyle. I just feel like he got him. He just got him on Duppy Freestyle. I feel like what he said resonates more. Where okay, that shit is insulting, whereas opposed to what Pusha says is just it comes off weak because it's relying on how saucy the gossip is as opposed to what the bars were. Even the delivery of that bar is not even a good bar. It's just, you're hiding a child, so what's up with that? Like, it's not even a good...
Drake's, like
skin color, and I fuck with that. But I like that, but that's what I'm saying. I like that part of it where he's talking about your skin wasn't black enough. Like, I fucked with that, and then it got... I fuck with that because that's push. Yeah, I love that. And then it got weak. What I'm saying is he
was giving him something light. He thought Drake was going to come back with something else. So he was just giving him something light before he really slapped him over the head.
But the problem is when you're dealing with Drake ain't
that's
just giving. Drake ain't giving away hits for free. Drake giving them. Drake got you in the club where they playing the shit while they playing your diss track while you in the club.
With Meek because Meek gave up early.
Yeah, but they playing those shit. But they're playing Scorpion while Pusha T's in the club, and it's so mad times. You know how you know Drake won? Because Pusha T can't book an interview that they're not asking about Drake.
Yes, Drake is the bigger artist.
No, but I'm saying Drake can do an entire interview and not mention Pusha T. Yeah. And Pusha T has his recognition. I fuck with Pusha T heavy. My Name is My Name is one of my favorite albums.
In terms of like stardom,
no, it's not about the
no,
it's about the power.
It wasn't. I feel like those bars.
Where Jay and Nas went, they had to strip away the power. We were just looking at what Jay said.
But I feel like back then those were two fire tracks. I feel like this battle.
What, Nas or Jay?
What?
Take over.
I feel like Ether was crazy.
You think Ether was crazy?
Yeah, Ether was way better. I just feel like Ether was ridiculous. Ether was one of the craziest.
Came back on the other track,
just to super ugly.
No, the one he had on his album, where he.
Which album?
Was it Blueprint?
It's Blueprint. Yeah.
Blueprint,
yeah, you don't remember that track? I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but it's
he came back then, but it was too late.
I'm talking about lyrically and flow and everything.
I just feel like Duppy Freestyle. Yeah, well, no. Ether is Ether is ridiculous, dog.
So is Ether. They're both ridiculous.
Yeah, Takeover is good, but I feel like Ether was just disrespectful in so many different ways. But I feel like you put those up there in a certain, like, Jay versus Nas is up here. You know what I'm saying? Jada versus Beanie Siegel is up here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that Pusha T versus Drake was like, shit, something here.
That's
somewhere.
why I feel like
Kanye
so much.
I feel like back to back was so nasty.
Like, let me say this. All right, outside of the music, outside of all the antics and everything, it's a power trip. You have to understand that if Drake has the money and the bread and the connections and everything at his disposal because he's the biggest star, he's going to exercise those rights just to stun on you and let you know that you ain't got that. You can't move like me. He's going to do it.
But he still acknowledged him, though.
He acknowledged him.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but he is a worthy opponent.
But even to this day,
lyrically, yeah, in terms of music,
so that's how you have to lead it. You can't use the power.
But behind the scenes, there's been a lot of talk about Drake's camp putting them in danger. Pusha T doing something to put Drake's camp in danger. So it goes beyond the music. There's been a lot of talk behind the scenes in the industry that they both have done some grimy shit, stopping records from coming out, doing, a lot of different things. So it's not just music.
But even then,
power trip.
Pusha T has put out multiple tracks since then that got zero traction.
Yeah.
And he's Pusha T. They should be doing numbers and they're not. Daytona went. Daytona Daytona went wood, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him, the caliber of artist that he is, the shit was detrimental to his career to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't recovered since. The only time he's in the news is him sneak dissing Drake again. Because if not, this is getting no talk.
Exactly.
You're not talking about Pusha T's music no more, which that's the problem. Niggas are still talking about Drake's music because he's putting out hit after hit after hit. Pusha T has no singles, and he don't even get play in his core audience no more. Like, he's dying even in... I fuck with Pusha heavy, and I'm not even checking for his tracks no more because he just not... The quality of music ain't even there no more.
Nobody really want to hear about it.
So that's that Drake effect. You get... Niggas shit just dies off after you come at him. Yeah, that's Tootsie Slide. Yeah. But that's the difference. Everybody... But that's the difference.
So, Jay, did you answer? What do you think? You think he's gonna drop? You think Drake's gonna say something?
I think he might say something slick.
He might say something slick.
Yeah.
Something light. That's what I think. I think he might say something light and slick, just easy breezy. Like,
he's at the point where he can do that.
Yeah, he's at the point where he can do that.
Yeah.
He's definitely at the point where he can do that.
I mean,
live with Joe Budden and kind of Joe Budden was like, man, why don't we be in the same place? Why can't I got as much money as you? I mean, I ain't gonna say that.
That's it. But Drake seemed to be a private dude. He just moved different, So
and they used to be going back and forth.
Oh, and speaking of Drake, they actually changed the guidelines for how album sales are even covered because Drake put out the demo tapes, the Dark Knight, whatever tapes, and it debuted at number 2 because Kenny Chesney put out a fake tour. Like, he announced he was doing a tour, and basically when you bought tickets to the tour, it came with a copy of the album. So he was faking streams. He was faking album purchases through selling a tour. And then right after all the purchases came out and he debuted at number 1, he canceled the tour.
Oh.
So Billboard...
Shambles.
So normally it would have never been an issue because Taylor Swift did it. A bunch of other people do it. A bunch of non-urban artists like country artists. White people do it all the time. So apparently it wasn't an issue, but because it made Drake debut at number 2, it definitely became the light. And when it came to light, Billboard even said, "Hey, listen, bundling ticket sales with your album as an automatic thing is not going to be a thing anymore. The only thing is, like, basically what they're going to do is if you purchase a ticket to the show, you get the option to combine the album with it, and you can pay more. But you have to purchase the album. It can't be thrown in with the ticket sales anymore because of this situation." So that shows you the gravity of the impact that Drake has. Like him debuting at number 2, which would be anybody's dream just to be number 2 on fucking Billboard.
Exactly.
It's not good enough for him. He has to debut at number 1. So because he debuted at number 2, they actually changed the guidelines of how ticket sales are even done anymore to make sure that this shit won't happen again.
The number 1 artist.
Yeah, I mean, but he's Drake, dog. He still ain't putting up them white numbers, dog. He ain't putting up no Kenny Chesney numbers, dog. That shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake could be Drake, but Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift, B. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows you the impact of white.
What are you walking with? Taylor Swift or Drake?
Taylor Swift, Drake.
Yeah. How you feel?
Oh, who you rocking with more?
Oh, it's gotta be Taylor Swift.
He's like, y'all didn't hear that new Taylor album? That shit hit different. but tell her that. But that shows you the numbers, dog. But I mean, hey, Drake can't be debuting at number 2.
He won't be. He's gonna be there for a while.
The album is hot though.
He said something slick. It'll be entertaining.
It got some bangers on it.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So let's switch the topic a little bit to another line of entertainment, which is podcasting. Mm-hmm. So you have your own podcast.
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
And it is called I Talk.
I Talk Grey.
Okay.
Grey.
And also Home Team and Music Media Lounge, correct?
Correct.
So if you could kind of give us like a summary of what your show's about and what kind of messages you are trying to convey to your audience. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the vision behind that? Because I think it's important for us to have discussions about our visions and our goals and ambitions because, you know, you gotta surround yourself by like-minded people.
No, you're right. I agree with you. I mean, I Talk Grey, we basically talk about life in general. Relationships, it's trending, social media, just world topics all in general. You know what I'm saying? Things that people probably don't really want to talk about. Religion, culture, spirituality. So anything that people don't really want to tap into, or people that are only on the stage within black and white, we talk about it on I Talk Grey.
So do you bring on, do you have, how many callers do you have?
2. God is Shayna, DJ Shimmy.
Alright, shout out to them. Yeah. And what's your experience like with like podcasting? Like, do you feel like it's I don't know, you feel like you get to learn, you feel like it's fun?
It's definitely a learning experience, of course, yeah. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I consider myself to be a student.
As a man.
I mean, I've only been doing it for like a year, but I've gotten better over time. I have to do interviews as well. I interview like local artists and just I interview a real estate investor, anything that kind of do with the culture.
And ultimately, what would you want? Like, what goal do you have? Like, so you see yourself being like a Sway in the Morning, a Joe Rogan, Joe Budden podcast.
More Joe Rogan.
More Joe Rogan? Why do you think Joe Rogan?
Because he's diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like, he speaks about anything.
He's very intelligent.
Yeah, exactly.
He's very intelligent.
I want to kind of more get away from, even though I am big on relationship kind of conversation, but I want to be able to tap in more into those like conspiracy theories and things like that. Are they really extraterrestrials? You see what I'm saying? Like, just to get people thinking.
Are they?
I believe, of course. Yeah. I mean, anything outside of this realm that's in the universe would be considered, an extraterrestrial. Like, either would be considered extraterrestrial. So no necessarily got to be like a predator or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean nothing like that, but there's anything outside of here or where we have to be considered extraterrestrial.
Right. So you guys have those deep, thought-provoking conversations, which is dope. And you can't have them with everybody, unfortunately, but they're important to have.
Exactly.
They're important to have. I mean, speaking of aliens, I definitely think there's something else out there.
Of course.
You know, we're not alone. We're not alone at all. But you know, I think that's dope. I definitely salute the fact that you're doing your thing. Maybe I can be a guest on your show.
Of course.
Maybe we can bring the show, guys.
Of course. We got to dive deeper into some of these topics. You know?
All right. So you pick one topic and we'll close the show. What topic you want to get into? This is fun. I've never done this before. I bug these guys all the time.
Well, before you choose the topic, I'm just going to say one thing that just dropped right now. Nick Cannon just got dropped by Viacom for agreeing with Deshaun Jackson, saying that black people are the true Hebrews. So he put out a public statement saying that yes, black people are the true Hebrews, and he's been with them since 2005, and they dropped him. They said for anti-Semitic comments, and they just dropped it. He's been with them since 2000. He's been with, so that means no more wilding out, no more nothing.
I actually saw him on YouTube.
Yeah, so they just dropped him.
How like Europeans were savages. I think he would have got dropped for that.
Nah, but that's not when you talk about the Jews is different. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a perfect. I
Where he's doing Cannon's class.
Yeah. I thought, okay. I don't know why black people made the Greek and original Hebrews. No, we weren't.
Oh, I need to talk about that.
I'm sorry?
Talk about it.
Well, okay. We got to understand that, yes, black people were the first people here on this planet, on Earth.
Okay.
So, yes, when it comes to like religion, we didn't have religion in Africa. We had what's called spirituality.
Okay.
So, Europeans created this whole concept of religion. Did we come in contact with it? Of course we did. Did we give them ideas and, ideologies? Yeah, we did. But that wasn't what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? We were practicing spirituality. So I think when black people always kind of like trying, we were the first, or we were this, or we were that. No.
Right.
That's far from the truth.
Now, do you think there is a difference in the lineage between people of color and white people and their behavior and things
Most
they've
definitely.
done?
Most definitely.
Like, what observations have you made?
Well, I mean, if you just look at where we both spring up from, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In Africa, everything is warm, everything is more, tropical. So you can be a little bit more rational, and you can be a little bit more logical.
It does uplift your mood.
Exactly. But if you in Europe where everything is fucking cold, and you ain't got no seasoning, of course you gonna be acting up. You see what I'm saying? Which is what they were doing. I mean, it has nothing to do with being racist. Let's just look at things on the historical level. Anywhere the European has gone, whether it was South America, North America, Australia, Caribbean, they ain't never been on no peaceful type shit.
No,
they wiped out, colonized, they wiped out
exactly.
the Tasmanian, people in Tasmania, Australia. They wiped out all the people.
Right.
So, I mean, this is just facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I think all white people are bad now? No. You know what I'm saying? Based on their ideologies and how they think, they may understand that your people did do some shit. But the origins of Europeans, pedophilia, bestiality, barbarism. If you look at any type of old style European movies like Alexander the Great, one of my favorite ones, Spartacus.
Okay. I think
you'll see how they live. I mean, there's a major difference with us and them. Just not even just on a cultural level, but just on like people say, like DNA. Exactly, it's different. And it is what it is. So, we gonna say drink water. He gonna say drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, what do y'all think? What are y'all talking about that one?
Yeah, I mean, we've had this conversation plenty of times.
Yeah.
I do feel like.
I love you guys.
Yeah, I feel like black people, a pure, a dark black person is the purest form of human being that you can come across.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just talk about even now they have studies saying that white people's DNA is different just because they're different. It's not even it's a different type of human being. To deal with, because they have Neanderthal blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even so when you have that and then you mix that,
it has nothing to do with being racist or saying you hate this one or that one. No. We are the natural fruit. They're the fruit without the seed in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's different.
Yeah.
So but it makes them far more prone to violence, makes them far more prone to conquering, makes them far more prone to a lot of things. If you deal with certain, especially if you go to, look at how they do things. Look at how they shoot these documentaries. You go to these tribes that are thought to be not civilized in any way or all this shit. They welcome you. They'll show you where they eat. They show you where their kids are. They'll show you what they do. And they're just by nature, they are welcoming. They are quick to teach you what they do, how they do it, how these things are done. And they're thought to be not civilized at all. So if you take that, if you look at history and then you go, okay, well, all of these books say that white people went to these black areas that were quite advanced, and the black people were quick to be like, hey, this is how we do things. This is how we do mathematics. This is how we do science. This is how this is done. This is how, because of the fact that by nature, black people are very welcoming to do things. That is why exactly. That is why white people can come into any genre that we have, anything that we have, and be successful, because they can be embraced by black people, because black people are naturally embracing in every degree. A white person will not be, a black person cannot go into a white situation that is anything that is predominantly white and excel with no conflict. There will never happen, because of the fact that white people by nature are territorial. Black people are, so black people are far more welcoming, and they even you go to the most quote unquote savage places, and then look at how they treat you. Look at how they shoot these documentaries in the jungle, in the fucking safaris, and in all of these places where they go to these places where these people they will come in contact.
What you doing over in Snake Island?
But they take, so they come there, and the first thing they'll do is welcome them in. They're sitting there painting their faces, showing them their religion, showing them their lifestyle, showing them how they eat, where they eat. But then they don't understand. First thing that motherfucker will do is take your land. Once you taught them everything, you're done.
Snatch a woman up. Do what they do.
So it's different.
We didn't understand how someone can do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was really the downfall of the African. Like, we feeling like fathom like how you can teach a person like all these things and show you how to literally wash your ass, and then you would turn around and now say, well, hey, look. You running shit here.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
those are the rules of engagement, apparently, from a very long time ago, and it's still going on to this day. What do you think about it, Jay, before we get out of here?
It's facts. That's true.
All right, y'all. So it was a good time chatting with y'all. I wanted to thank you, Mr. Williams, for coming on the show.
I appreciate
kicking it with us, talking, having a little bit of laughs. I think it's great for people, like I said, like-minded individuals to connect, especially people of color. Any shout-outs you want to send?
Well, I just want to say thank you again.
How can we follow you?
Okay, I just want to say thank you again for coming on the platform.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
And I Talk Gray, _Talk Gray, GREY.
Okay.
You can also follow me at handle H9NU_aware. That's my clothing line that I have. Handle.com.
Okay.
You can go ahead and get merch there on YouTube at I Talk Gray, and also shout out to Music Media Lounge on the platform. Shout out to DJ Shimmy, Guy Shana. I know what time it is.
Definitely.
Shout out to iLive UK, my people's in London. Shout out to y'all, man. It's a good night. It's good vibes. Episode 32. This is your girl Draya Ivy signing out. We out. Peace.
You're listening to iLive Radio. Changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.